Hello everybody and welcome back to Megaquarium, where we've got such a lovely little tiny aquarium going on here. I'm really enjoying it. I think we're getting a really good view rate on everything. The prestige is seemingly quite good. So the next thing that I need to do is to look at making wall tanks. So I'm thinking that to do that, I mean, I've got plenty of money. I'm thinking along here is looking a little bit boring at the moment. So I definitely think that something along here would be good. So let's start off by expanding backwards a little bit. So we've got some room for the tank to go back into. I'm not, again, I like to do tank building and wall building and things like that while the game is paused, simply because the guests will just run around. They run amok. They're terrible. So these big oh, why, I have not researched it yet. Okay, to sort that out, I think what I need to do is just to build a wall across here. Cost me 70. That's all right. I'm gonna build a wall there for now. And we actually need to unlock the deep wall tank. I had not read that. Also, we do need to start a research project for fish as well. Panther grouper, that sounds good. So I will lose half. No, I don't want that. So I think what I'm actually going to do, I don't normally fast forward. I feel like at the moment we're doing okay. I could do with maybe another feeding member of staff. Other than that, I think I could just go on fast forward for a little bit while we earn a little bit more science. People are not viewing that tank as much as they should be. That's a little concerning. Oh, they seem... Actually, they're coming round now. Do we have litter problems? No, we don't seem to have a litter problem. Right, what are the guest thoughts like at the moment? They've already seen... Oh, tank 6 looks a bit bare. Okay. Well, that's something we could work on. Which one is tank 6? That one. Okay. So the guests think that that looks a little bare. I'm not surprised. It doesn't have any decorations in it at all. Poor little dudes. So I'm going to give them a sea lettuce or two. They don't need it strictly, but... And maybe some rubble. There we are. That's a much better looking tank. I think this one here could do with some stones. I always like to have like a bit of a variety between green and stony things. I also wanted to do a little bit more on this one. And I do actually have some nice decorations. Oh, and also we don't have any zooplankton to feed the coral. The coral is gonna die. Quick. Zooplankton. There we are. All I can do is hope and pray now that it doesn't die. Hey, we've got panther grouper. I may put that in the big tank. A lionfish or an oblique line dotty back? I'll go with the lionfish. Oh. How weird. We're nearly done with the heater as well. Okay, so that's been sorted. That needs fixing. Which means that possibly... Oh no, actually the tank is fine for water quality. I guess it probably goes down over time as that isn't fixed. So as long as these guys are fixing things, I'm happy. I don't want too many more tanks now. I mean, I don't know whether another soda machine would be good. So now we want the deep wall tank to get that all sorted. And while we do that, I'm going to decorate this tank. And to do that, we've got Pacific paint and tropical beach paint. How nice. To do that, I'm going to want to put an anchor in here, I think. Because anchors are cool. I want to make this a really prestigious, nice tank. And the more stuff I put in it, the more prestige I get. Some rubble. Some kelp. Don't want to have too much kelp. Ooh, a conch gives me quite a bit of prestige. Maybe another different kind of shell. So look at this tank now. I'm going to get into first person mode again. How cool this looks now. That looks way better than it used to look. Amazing what a few plants can do. Alright then. Next thing I'm going to do is this massive wall tank. But I'm not ready for it quite yet. Because I mean, I don't even have this kind of tank. This kind of tank is like, it's like one of these, only it's really deep. It's a deep-walled observer tank. So I definitely didn't want to get rid of that because it's a tank I can't get. Good, good, good. We're getting 100% on all the tanks now. That's brilliant. And we're at 250 and rising prestige, which is really, really cool too. So I want to put some... Let's have a look at the guest thoughts, actually. We've already seen the red-tailed butterfish, the royal grama, the flame angelfish, and the blue knuckle hermit crabs. That's okay. Just a few little bits that they've already seen before. It's neutral. People love the disco mushrooms. Wow. This is really good. Clean and tidy, eelgrass, kelp, conch, anchor, small rocks, rubble. So I'm trying to use everything I can. I haven't used many of these shells though. So let's put one back there, I reckon. Maybe one back there. They need more greenery in this tank, I think. I'm going to put a sea lettuce or two around. There. But I like all the different corals. They're really cool. We've done the lionfish. Yay! And there's one last fish to do. Just waiting on my tank. On my big tank. Try to keep everything varied and nice and full of lovely decorations. Keep everything well fed. Make sure nothing breaks down. Make sure that they're putting their sodas in the bin, which they seem to be doing. To be fair, the guests are really good. They try and find a bin if there is one. What I'm thinking is a soda machine and a bin there as well, by their little seating area. Or maybe make me a bit more money. I mean, a lot of them do like sitting down around there. Probably don't need as many benches as that. And I may try and put some benches in around the deep tank. I might just push a little bit back there, push a little bit back there. Maybe have the deep tank there. Maybe have a staff door getting in behind here as well. Although one thing I could do, if I just pause it a second, because I will need to pause it to do this, is to pull this all out just a little bit. So that there's a way around for the staff to get behind here. So if I just make a little wall around there. I mean, to be fair, I did have that going on before, didn't I? So that's all tucked in, which I actually quite like. So I'm going to keep it tucked in. And I may just... Oh. Do a bit of that. Just give them plenty of room to get through. So they've got a way that they can get around there. Okay, start it going again. Yeah, so they've got a way that they can get around behind there. And then they're going to be able to get in behind the tank. I may need to like jiggle around with it a bit more. And what I would then like to maybe do is get some more food dispensers in behind as well. They don't seem to be using that food dispenser. They can get to it, though. They're carrying 2 boxes at once. That's pretty useful. Didn't know they could do that. Is that when they get really good at feeding? They can carry 2 boxes of food at once. This seems to be working well. Like, we are losing a bit of prestige now. I don't know if people are getting a bit bored or what. But if I don't change anything in a while, it just seems to drop. Also, if people don't like the way... when the fish haven't been fed, I think the people think it's been stressed a bit. And I don't think they like seeing stressed out fish. I wouldn't want to see stressed out fish. Isn't that a cool tank? Look at it. It's pretty. And that one's pretty. And all of them are pretty. I love them all. They're so good. But also, I have researched a new fish that I haven't got yet. But I want to wait until I've got this new tank for it. So, I also have this lionfish. A lionfish and a longhorn cowfish. Now, can they go together? That one will eat crustaceans. That one will damage starfish. But no, we could have a deep tank with these guys in. They could take a lot of space. I could make a really big tank and have like lionfish and those big longhorn cowfish in. And decorate it really nicely. But what I don't want to do is have too many tanks. That is going to be quite a difficult one to manage, but I think it'll be cool. I think it'll really like attract people to the back of the aquarium as well. Fabulous. I think I can hear Tilly scratching at my door, but she'll have to wait for at least 15 minutes. Yay, deep wall tank! Apparently she doesn't want to wait. 2 seconds. I think she wants food, but I have at least 15 minutes left to go on this episode, so she will have to wait. Large filter. Okay, so we've unlocked deep tanks, and deep tanks require platforms at the back for the staff to access them for feeding. Build platforms with the platform tool found on the top left. Okay, so this is what I shall do. I'm going to pause the game while I do this, because it's going to require me removing walls into staff areas. So that's pretty much a rule of mine now. So I'm just going to take a few of these away. And then I'm going to build this large tank. And then I'll wiggle it around until I can, you know, I'll see how big it can get and I'll wiggle it around. It's going to be a really large, very prestigious tank. So I think I'll bring it in one. I'm going to move it over a little bit. Don't worry, I will be moving it. About there, I think. And then I'll, I'll put some like areas in for food and stuff there as for, yeah. Okay. I'm going to need stuff, I'm going to need to pull the back out a little bit as well, but I'll just sort the walls out a bit more as well. I'm going to put some like seating areas and some bin areas and all that sort of thing in. So I'm actually going to remove all the walls along here. I'm just going to put in like little cubby holes. Maybe we can put benches and things in too. So that one's 3 big, but that's fine because that means I can put a bench and a soda machine or a bench and a bin or something like that in there. There's already actually a soda machine right there and a bin. So okay. Bench. Bench. Bin. I'm thinking like Need to pull this back out then, don't I? So I can get some room in behind the tank. And then I need to start putting platforms, feeding platforms. Now these are up here, look. And what I would like is stairs to either side. So they can get up onto that platform and feed them. And I think that the ideal thing there would be to have whatever they're going to be eating along the back there. I might even push it up one more. And they've got plenty of room for filters and things like that along here. That's going to be a really nice tank. So what are we going to put in here? Well, I said we were going to put in Volatan's lionfish and also longhorn cowfish. But also we now have panther groupers, which are also massive. They are huge. And I'm kind of thinking they'll eat fish with a size 2 or less, or crustaceans with a size 2 or less. Well, you know what? We can get at least 2 of those in there. Nah, we could even have more than that. They grow up to size 14. So 14, 28. This tank is 96 big. So 5 of them would be 50 plus 20, 70. 84. That'll be it. Okay, so they're going to need 24 hidey holes. Which is crazy. I need to keep an eye on this tank. This tank is going to be a little bit of a difficult one to maintain, I think. But I'm going to have 3 big caves in there. I'm going to also have a little bit of kelp. I'm going to have seagrass at the back. I'm going to have 2 pieces of kelp, kind of more at the front. And then I'm going to go with some seagrass at the back. Eelgrass. There we are. So let's have a look at this one. That, my friends, is a beautiful tank. That is a thing of beauty and a joy forever. Don't you think? Okay. So we're going to need to put some things in to make this work. So I think we're going to need... Tilly's been so patient, bless her little heart. I'm going to need a power combi, I think. Which I'll pop in there. And another power combi on this side. So then we're just short on temperature. I think we have the filtration we need. Just about. Well, we need another heater. Now, the filtration might change as these fish grow. Because I've, you know, put this in for them growing. And there we are. We just need to reach rank 5. We need another 100 rank. This might help. But I also want tanks for the lionfish and things like that as well. So they'll probably just go along the side here. I think I'm going to future-proof it with a protein skimmer. These guys eat mussels. So I think that I'm just going to make Tilly a space to sleep. You sleep up there. And I'll come get you food in a minute. She's like, I wanna... She does this thing where she rubs her mouth against things. She's doing it to my microphone stand right now. So if you're hearing weird sounds, that's what it is. Hey. I'll just be a minute and then I will feed you. Okay, so I need a mussel feeder right in behind them, I would say. And cockles, that was the other one. Cockles and mussels. Alive, alive-o. That song pertains to them eating live shellfish. Yum yum. Head boop from Tilly. She's passing it on to all you guys too. She's saying, I'm so hungry. Everyone feed me. All of you at home, feed me too. Oh, right then. Let's press play and see how people like this new tank, and we'll keep a little eye on it. We'll keep it up. We'll keep the deep wall tank up and just keep an eye on it. Lots of science. Lots of science. Wow. They're liking this one. So people are coming to see this one. It's slowly increasing in its visitor numbers. People are liking it. It's getting me more towards that 300 mark, which is amazing. And then I'm going to make some more room back here. And we're going to put some more tanks in. And hopefully that should get me to my 350. I mean, this deep wall tank, they're loving. That's really prestigious. I mean, I'm guessing these guys are quite prestigious. They're 5 prestige. They're quite expensive, but they're quite cool. So I just want some, like, a couple of, possibly some observer, no, not even observer tanks, actually. I just think normal wall tanks, actually. Yeah, let's have some wall tanks. Just back here. So I'm going to pause it again. Because, again, it just annoys me when all the people go behind and start messing around with my stuff. Stop messing with my stuff. These are large fish. They're very large fish. So I'm going to put 2 3x3s in. Does that look right? Or do I need them across a little bit more? No, I think... Yeah, that is... I think that's right, because it kind of falls in line with this here. So I think that that is the best look I'm going to achieve there. Pop the wall in. Oh, Tilly really wants feeding. This will be a half-hour episode and that'll be it. And it will be her fault. I will have to quickly go and feed her. And then I'll have to come back. And then I can record a bit more. But yeah, let's start off with the lionfish. So the Voltan's lionfish, it may eat fish with size 2 or less, and that will increase as the fish gets larger as well, remember. And also crustaceans with size 2 or less. So you don't want these guys in with anything particularly small. They are also armored, so like they are big when a predator wants to eat it. So they can go in with some quite predatory fish. These guys are exactly the same. They are also armored. They could go in together, but I've decided that I want to have them in separately. Now, maximum of 9 to these and a maximum of 11 to these. So these guys, I think... I'm like, do I want 2 or 3? Because 3 will never be able to get to their maximum size. But 2 will only get to 22. I can definitely have 3 of the cowfish, though. We'll just do that for now and see how it goes. So, these guys want a hidey hole, so I'll give them a rocky overhang. We've not really had many of these driftwood caves, so I'll give them that as well. They probably don't quite need that much. We need mollusks, cockles and mussels. Okay, that's fine. I'll put a cockle and a mussel dispenser behind here as well. I'll give them a little bit more room as well. Okay, so a staff door needs to go in probably there, to be honest. So we'll get rid of that piece of wall. I'll put a staff door in. Cockle dispenser, mussel dispenser. So cockle dispenser on that side, mussel dispenser on that side. Then we can look at all the filtration that we need. So we're gonna definitely, because these guys especially, I think they're gonna need a protein skimmer. So I'll start off with just one of the big power combis on each one of them. And they're gonna both need a protein skimmer, I think. I'll put a tool bench behind here as well, because there's a lot of machinery. I haven't really used pumps this level, have I? We've done really well not needing too many broom closets either. How about we put it right there, right in the middle? And I would like to do the same here, just put a tool bench in. Just in case any of the machinery breaks down. We've got one over there as well. So I think in all the main places have tool benches now that need them. So this is looking quite nice. I really hope, fingers crossed, that this will work well to get me a good score, prestige score. Oh look, there we are, 350. Lovely. Build some toilets. Okay, let's build some toilets. What do toilets look like? Toilets there. Oh, right. Okay, so we just have a wee cubicle thing going on. So I need... How big are they? 1 by 2. Okay. I'm thinking just around here. Just by the entry. I don't know whether they're going to get annoyed if they can see the toilets or whether it's better to have the toilets really visible. So I'm just going to try it here. We'll see how that works out for them. If it doesn't work out, then that would be a bad thing. So now we need to reach 390, which is our rank 5. So let's see if we can do that by the end of the episode. I don't know if that will win us the level or whether we've got more things to do. We've got the large filters. We've unlocked everything at this rank. Increase my prestige to discover new things to research. Cool. How are these guys doing? They're not being very well viewed at the moment, but that should go up as people come past. We're at 370 prestige. Come on, don't do what you did last time. 8, 9, 90. Lovely. Rank up to 5. Perfect. We are now ranked 630. Oh, good grief. So we now have a harbourside paint, a feather caliper, algae, which sends out chains of runners attached to rocks and substrate. Shoots of feathery foliage grow from all angles of the runners. We've got some nets, which is a decoration, I guess, and a palm tree, which we can put in the tanks. We've got some lovely new fish, view tubular sponge, power lights, power pumps, large protein skimmers, and a Belfast tank. Lovely. Daisy star polyps. I don't see that to research. And I win if I can assemble this list. So that I think that will be next episode's stuff. Definitely. So I'm just going to basically start research on a couple of these things. It wants me to unlock the power light, so I'll start on that. I can give myself different priorities for each task type. I did not know that. Simply click toggle next to the skill to increase or decrease priority. Tasks which match the skill with the highest priority will always be completed before those with a lower priority. By setting different priorities for different staff, you can make sure you have the right people on the right jobs and everything gets done. That's really good. That's really good. So I guess you click on the member of staff and you tell them what their priority is. Fantastic. Okay, so are we going to research any fish as well, maybe? Yeah, okay. Is there anything particular it wants? It wants us to do blue tubular sponge. So that will be the first two, the power light and the blue tubular sponge. Daisy star polyps, I don't know how I'm going to get those. I don't know how I'm going to get Volatan's... Oh, a fully grown Volatan's lionfish. Oh, I'm really glad I only put 2 in there then. I should be able to achieve that. I need to keep an eye on those tanks because they are growing. And toadstool leather coral. So these 2 corals and polyps I need to find somewhere. Maybe that'll come from like these. Oh, yes, it will. So I'll have a look at all of those next time. So that is it for today. Oh, let's choose the tubular. We'll choose now. We'll choose the tubular sponge. So that's it for this time. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. We did really well getting to rank 5. I'm really happy with that. Not too bad for like an hour's worth of play so far. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more Megaquarium, please subscribe. It's actually not Megaquarium, it's Megaquarium. It's all like bundled together. But if you'd like to see more, then please do subscribe, and I will let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime though, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.